Hey everybody, so I've got another one for you. Haven't come up with a name yet, but I'll post it when I post the video. So what I've got here, I've got the pink camo, got 6 feet of that, and I have the silver gray, also 6 feet of that. I have combined them on the ends to form one solid 12-foot strand. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch buckle today, and what I want to do is I want to take both ends, the pink end and the silver end, and I want to run this down through the buckle. I've already flattened the ends so they go through the buckle a lot easier. Just heat them up and then use a pair of pliers, flatten them down. So once you run these down through the buckle, open up your long strands there, and then you can pull through all of your paracord to the joint where you had attached them at. And this will give you a cow's hitch knot. There's some other names for it, but I like to call it the cow's hitch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip the buckle over, run the paracord through your fingers so that you get rid of all the twists in it, and then you're going to run your paracord up through the bottom of the buckle. Okay, that'll give you 2 strands similar to that. I'm going to open this up, pull my silver to one side, my camo pink on the other, and then get to that point. Okay, so we've got the paracord coming up through the bottom. We've got our pink camo going to the right, and our gray, silver gray coming off to the left. Now, the main color that your dominant color, the one that's going to show up most in the bracelet, that's the one that you're going to do your half hitches, which is going to be on mine the silver and gray. This one is going to be just the little dots that go down the length of the bracelet. So what I mean by half hitches is you're going to make a loop on the left, take your paracord across the 2 center strands, go around the back, and come through. Now, ooh, excuse me. What you're going to do is take your pink camo, go around the first one. Actually, you're going to take a loop. So you're going to make a loop right up through the middle. So you're going to take this loop, push it up through the middle, and that'll give you kind of like a hole to go through right there. So this loop is between the two strands. So your silver and your pink camo, this loop comes up right in between those two. And then what you're going to do with your silver is you're just going to thread it through that loop, just like that. Pull that through. Get that twist out of there first. There we go. You're just going to work out all of your the slack that you've got. You're just going to work that through. Get that pulled tight. Okay, so that'll leave you with your silver. Your more dominant color now is on the right. So you just repeat that process. So you create your half hitch. Let me get down on this just a little bit for you so you can see what we got going here. Let me zoom. There we go. Alright, so create that loop on the right, just like that. Take the paracord around the back, bring it up through that loop, and then take your secondary color, bring it up through the middle. So it's already in the middle now. So you're just going to kind of poke a loop up through there, just like that. See how you got the loop there? I like to push it up just so it's kind of close to everything else. Grab the end, and go through that loop. Pull it through. Now that one's the easy one to pull tight. You just pull it tight and kind of push it up, kind of cinch it all that way, and then you're just going to pull. You got to figure out where you got to go with this, but okay, here we go. So you're going to pull all your slack through, just like that. Bring it this way and pull it through. Okay, and that'll get you going. So this pink one, it's really just staying right in the center of this all, but you're just going to keep on looping it up in the center. The pink doesn't have a real big job on this one. It's mainly the silver and gray. So do a half hitch over the two, behind the two, up through, kind of push everything up. Poke your pink up through, so you kind of create that loop there, and then run your silver through that loop. There we go. Now what you may have to do, if this gets a little too thick, is when you get down to the bottom, just kind of work your way back up and get all the slack out. The pink one's going to be your harder one to get that slack out of. Alright, I'm going to do one more. Half hitch, take it around back through, go push it all up. Bring that pink up through the middle, poke it through there. Thread your silver or your more dominant color through. And get rid of the twisting that you might have going on. Alright, and now we're just going to work the slack out of it. Pull up on the pink, get that slack out. Just trying to pull it about as tight as you can. But that's going to get you going on the pattern. I hope you can see that pretty well. There you go. I'm going to finish this up. I'll go over how much length of paracord I cut off of this because I probably will have a little left. I'll measure the bracelet and I'll try to get you a length on what paracord you should use. And I'll be back. I've got one more round to do. And I'll show you a little trick that I kind of learned as I was going down doing the bracelet here. And this last one might be kind of hard because I'm running out of room to get up through this center here. Try to get it through there. There we go. That loop there. Now see this strand right here kind of coming up through. Make it a little easier for you to see. You got your strand here coming up through this loop, the one that you're going to thread through here. Now if you pull, I'm just going to put this through here real quick. If you pull on that part right there, you can actually pull all your slack through all at once. And it gives it a nice even look too, because as I got to about here down, then I got a more consistent look to my knots. So get that pulled through, then you can pull your pinks through, and that'll give you a nice consistent look. As you can kind of see from about here down, they're all nice and consistent. But in here, they're a little inconsistent. They're not all the same width. That's just because I was having trouble figuring out how to tighten it. But that little trick right there I just showed you, that's going to be your best bet. So, now that I got to this point, you're going to pull your pink off to one side, your dominant color off to the other. Try and cinch everything up as far as you can get it, and then also you want to look to see if you can tighten up your non-dominant color. And I'm just going to finish this with a simple Solomon or Cobra. So I'm just going to take my silver over the top 2 middle, leaving a loop here. Pink over top. Take the pink around the back, up through that loop. And then pull her tight. And that should be tight enough that I'm not going to have to do another Solomon there. So we'll just snip your ends. That one there. And turn this lighter up a little. Got that one. These torch lighters do a really good job on the paracord, but you got to be really careful not to scorch the paracord that's around it. But there you have it. I haven't given this one a name yet, but I will name it. It'll be on the post. Hope you like it. Not one of my favorite. I think it would have been better if I would have used solid colors and use a dark color for the dominant and a brighter color for the center ones. It would have looked a lot better. But there you go. It's another completed bracelet. And please subscribe. I really appreciate that, to all my subscribers who already do. And paracord on.